Hey traders, welcome to my private trading library. In this video, I'm going to discuss the MACD indicator, which stands for Moving Average Convergence Divergence. That refers to a couple of interpretations. The first interpretation is that the MACD measures the rate of separation between the near-term moving average overlaid by the longer-term moving average. For example, if you look at the separation between these two moving averages here, it's very gradual. And if you look at the price action, it is also very gradual moving up. Alternatively, if we were to check here or here, you can see that the rate of separation is larger. The two lines separate faster in these two instances, indicating that the rate of change from here to here is very large, and same with here, very large. So you compare that in contrast to a huge drop in price change versus a gradual move. So in that instance, a divergence could be the separation of the two lines, and the convergence would be when they start to slope together. A different interpretation is how the price is reacting relative to the MACD. It's important to note that the MACD indicator is called a lagging indicator, meaning that it's responding to past previous price history and is not predictive. So one other way to interpret the MACD is what this MACD is doing compared to the price action. So for example, you can see here that the MACD is trending down. But what is the price doing? It's actually kind of trading sideways in a channel. So when the MACD is doing something different than what the price action is doing, that is sometimes referred to as a divergence. On the other hand, if the MACD is doing the same thing as the price candles, then that is sometimes called a convergence. So for example, from here to here, we have the MACD trending up. And when we look at the price candles, they are also trending up. So some traders refer that to a convergence because the MACD is in the same direction as the price action. Now there are a lot of other ways to use the MACD indicator. Once again, the separation of the lines indicates rate of change. And the histogram bars here indicate visualization of the space between the two lines. Another way that I use it is to evaluate when they actually cross one another. A cross of the MACD is a confirmation of a change in momentum. Watch out for fakeouts. So for example, I often look at the slope of the line to see if I might be topping out on momentum. And I will look for this cross in the moving averages for a confirmation of a reversal or imminent reversal. However, sometimes there are fakeouts. So if you look here, as this MACD is trending down, it appears to level off in this range here and appear to almost slope up towards this longer term moving average. If I were to take a trade assuming that it would cross, then I would have lost this trade because it did not actually cross. So this kind of thing is a fake out, and you really should just wait for that to completely cross the longer term moving average. One other way that I use the MACD is to determine direction of a squeeze firing. I'll cover the squeeze in another video, but what this squeeze indicator is measuring is a coiling of momentum. So for example, there's a squeeze here indicated by a black dot, and I have an early in signal signified by this green dot on the chart. That green dot is called an early in, early out indicator, and it's a custom indicator. It's telling me that this squeeze is about to fire in some direction with a burst of movement, whether up or down. Now, in some cases, it's hard to tell if that squeeze wants to fire up or down. I could probably tell that it was going to be down because we're tracing the lower Bollinger Band, but I don't know that for sure. But in my experience, when the squeeze fires, it tends to fire in the same direction as the MACD at the moment it fires. So for example, when this black dot fired and it turned to a regular dot, the MACD was trending down. And so I would be fairly confident that the trade has got negative momentum, and so I'd be looking to take a short position in a put option or a spread, such as a credit call spread. And lastly, I sometimes use the slope of the line itself to give me a alert or clue that it's possible that we might be reversing momentum. Once again, I try not to take the trade until I get a confirmed cross, because I had mentioned earlier, sometimes we get fake outs such as this.